field goals for the last 11 minutes of the game. So they did not put the ball in the basket in regulation. Only free throws for the last 11 minutes of the game. And Tyler Wall and Chucky Hepburn combined to go 420 from the field. So congrats on the win, and kudos for Greg Gard for acknowledging a god-awful offensive performance, but they played enough defense, and Michigan missed some shots, but they played good enough to win, and a win's a win. And I know Michigan's not a good basketball team, but that felt good with the trash talk and everything between those two teams. Definitely. But let's look at this eyes wide open. No field goals in the last 11 minutes of the game for the Wisconsin Badgers. Now, thankfully, Michigan was worse, and I want to get into everything but Badger basketball. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. I know Matt's hot on something, but Alex, 30 seconds or less, how bad of not entertaining because it was close, but if the Badgers didn't score a basket for the last 11 minutes and Michigan still lost, how bad was the play on the court?
Yeah, I mean, they couldn't buy a shot, right? I mean, the last 10 minutes or so, Michigan went on a 7-minute streak of their own within that 10-minute streak where they didn't score.
Well, I watched. I watched the
rough.
last about 8 minutes while doing the dishes last night.
Yeah,
but in the it was loud, but at the same time,
good environment.
It was a good environment, but good God, Michigan missed like a dunk thing for them. They got fouled on it. I mean, it was just. Yeah, brutal.
Tyler Wall missed a wide open layup at one point during that stretch. I mean, it was really bad. Yeah, no doubt about it. And
hey, win to win,
exactly. And I was thinking after the game, and I didn't ask Greg Gard this, but I was thinking, what if I told you 4 hours ago you were going to make a field goal for the last 11 minutes, you were going to miss your final 15 shots, and you still found a way to win the game? How do you react? That's absurd. I mean, I can't believe what I watched last night. But hey, you're right, Jim. A win's a win.
It was gross, but hey, better to win ugly than to lose ugly.
And by the way, I need to just respond to one thing you said already. I don't think Michigan's a bad basketball team. I think they had a bad night, though.
They're a 14-win basketball team.
Is that all they have?
Yeah, and the Badgers are favored by 1.
Yeah, they were. I think they're 8-7 conference play. Badgers are 7-8.
Michigan's a 14-win team who, specifically, I saw on the broadcast, basically, I think has lost 6 or 7 of their 8 games by 4 points or less.
Yeah,
they don't know how to close.
Similar to the Badgers, except the Badgers have been winning more of those games.
Right, and Michigan's younger, and so they help.
They do have one of the better centers in the country, and Badgers did a nice job.
But I'm saying that
them down.
The difference in these two teams isn't great. Neither one of these teams are. I wouldn't call the Badgers good. They're good enough.
Sure, I'll give you that.
And Michigan's right there with them.
Sure.
I feel like Wisconsin will go to Michigan and lose to Michigan.
When is good enough okay?
Not for me.
What a sentence that was. One more time.
When is good enough okay?
Was this a discussion last night? Was this with grinding your gears? You said, hey, it's good enough?
No.
All right, Maddie.
So first of all, if you go on Twitter and check out Rutledge and Hamilton.
Is Twitter working again?
Yeah. Trophy so eloquently put, Matt Hamilton's grinds are geared.
Oh no.
So I made sure to point it out on Twitter. So you can see that our absolutely
coming in hot
Strofe. That grinds my gears. That gear.
Wow.
That grinds my gears.
What did I say?
Grinds are geared. Matt Hamilton's grinds are geared.
So gears are
grinded, yeah.
Gears are grinding.
That's a tough sentence, though, in my defense.
You could have just said
English language is tricky.
What grinds Matt Hamilton's gears? Find out next on Rutledge and Hamilton. Right?
Yeah, hindsight's 20/20, bro.
Yep, that's all right.
Well, there's no hindsight to misspelling words.
I didn't misspell anything. I just wrote the phrase incorrectly. I completely botched it.
Gibberish.
But I spelled everything.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Grinds are geared.
So what besides our producer's inability to form a full understandable sentence?
Yeah. So we all drive. We all drive around, and obviously, bad drivers definitely grind our gears, but that's not necessarily where I'm going. I am going with the entitled people. I had to go to a spot on Monona or off Monona Drive, East Broadway, and by the tasting room, Buck and Honey's, there's that little parking lot there.
Love Buck and Honey's.
People just park wherever the heck they want.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh! I literally went to turn, and I'm looping around this lot looking for a spot, and there's people parked in spots that clearly aren't spots, like fire lanes, you would think. And all of a sudden, a car's coming towards me. I'm going towards them. One of us has to back up and yield way because some entitled jackass decided that they were going to park right on the side. And like, in addition to that, just a little bit down further, there's clearly spots that aren't marked. You know, it's like right next to the row of cars.
Yeah.
And then 2 cars parked right there. I was like, why are you so important that you can't just like go find a parking spot down the street? I literally drove 2 minutes down the road, not even 30 seconds down the road. It took me 2 extra minutes to walk back to that like location to get what I needed to get. And it was just, I understand lots are full, but why do you think you're so good that you don't have to follow these parking rules? There's a reason that the spaces are lined. And I was just, part of me wanted to just sit there and wait until they came out and ask them why they were so important. And just, I was choosing chaos today. I almost sat there and waited for someone to come out of the coffee shop or Buck and Honey's or wherever the heck they were and been like, why are you so important? You think you're better than me? You think you're better than me? That's how I felt. It was brutal.
And that, people, is what.
Let the hate flow through you, Matt.
Oh my gosh.
I love it. Let the hate flow through you. I've had this argument. My wife gets upset at me because I get worked up about it.
Oh.
I had it happen to me in Milwaukee for a Bucks game. I almost got stuck in a parking lot because I got that big, beautiful truck from Simon Chevy in Mount Horeb. And you're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simon Chevy. But I got locked in a parking lot because I was really hard to maneuver around. I ended up having to almost go up over the curb to get out because nobody paid attention to any of the lines. So I actually hope every one of those jerks got stuck after the game because there was so many cars parked into this lot that you couldn't get your car in and out. That I ended up having to go up and over the curb and onto the grass to get out of this parking lot because people parked like such Rogers. It was unbelievable. So
Get out of here with that, Jim. I'm not letting that one slip.
that was good. That was good.
Not good.
Yes. Is it a real Rogers move? Rutledge is an
Dude,
idiot.
he is so aware of all the terrible things going on in this world. There's no way he's going to contribute by parking and grinding everyone's gears like
with
this.
all the terrible things going on in the world, why do you even have to care where people park?
Well, that's the thing is all I could focus on were the terrible things and all the terrible parkers out there. I was not allowed to drive around the parking lot and enjoy the fact that I get to drive around in a car. Like, lucky me, you know, there's people that don't have vehicles, but I can't think of, that's all I can think about. Not the fact that I'm going to go pick up a wine that I had ordered from a wine tasting. I was all excited for that.
844-770-3776. What grinds your gears when you're driving?
It's 4 nights of complete darkness.
Aaron Rodgers grinds my gears, that's for sure. But 844-770-3776. What grinds your gears when you are driving? Matt, what else?
I mean, people that don't use blinkers, it's obnoxious. And I'm not saying like you don't use the blinker because you're getting off on like an exit, like whatever, you're getting out of someone's way behind you. It's when people just like swoop right in on you. It's like, come on, man. Like if you'd have given me a little heads up, which is what the point of the blinker is, it's not for you. It's not so you get to hear the little ticking sound in your car. It's so the guy behind you knows what the heck you're going to do.
So I have this maneuver. I pulled it the other day. I saw a car because I'm pretty aware when I'm driving. I usually have the music on. I'm a lock. I actually make my dad, like, if it's a 70, he's going 40. It's just going to be one speed, one lane, and we're just locking in. I'm paying attention. So when I see a car trying to pull a maneuver on that, what I like to do is box him in. Because I'll see it, but I give him
that guy.
I even give him a minute too. My truck's got a V8, so like I'll let them think they're gonna get it for a second. Then it's a little boop, and then the truck blocks them in. Now they're stuck. Now they can't get back around me, and then they can't get in front of me, and I'll hold them there.
Yeah,
a little punishment.
Teach them a little lesson.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold you there. I got my truck. You're going nowhere, buddy. So that's what I like to do. 844-770-3776.
I mean, there's worse things that you can do than that. Like,
Oh, I don't think that's mean. Like, yes, it's
Well,
kind of.
it's mean, but they were being
Right.
jerks first.
I'm following the rules of the road. I'm not. They're trying to like whip past me to the exact move you're talking about, and I'm tired of it. It happens here. It happens. John Nolan. It happens coming in right underneath the bridge there by the Monona Terrace.
Mm-hmm.
People try to pull a couple maneuvers to get in front and get where they're going a little bit faster. I'm not allowing the maneuvers.
No.
It's just I know what's happening. And Christian Manitowoc Waters chimes in 844-770-3776. Blinkers. When you're wanting to turn on a road and some jag turns in where you are and doesn't use their blinker, I literally peel the banana at them.
Or you know what else? Like, so when you're going like across the road, so like where I live, I'm right on kind of like near Siggelkow and McFarland.
Yep.
There's, across, like you can cross the street or you can turn left or right.
Yep.
Most people want to turn left or right onto Siggelkow. I'll sit there sometimes, my blinker on, and some other car does not have a blinker, and I'll sit and wait for them because I'm like, they're going straight. I don't know why they're coming up this dead end road, but they are.
Yep.
Because they haven't signaled or showed me any sort of intent that they're not. And then they'll turn, and I'm like, I could have gone like 30 seconds earlier. And in no world does 30 seconds of time eat me alive other than when I'm in my car.
Yes.
Because I am not trying to wait any longer than I have to if I'm driving. And just all bothered right now.
Like, I feel like my wife always asks, like, what are you in a hurry for? Like, if she's in the car with me with the kids and everything. It's like, I'm not. It's the entitlement.
Yeah. And the other thing, that's a joke. It's not about the journey. It's about the destination. So I'm not spending more time in my car. I ain't trying to do that. So if you're holding me up and wasting my time in life by not using your blinker properly, or because you felt too entitled to park somewhere, 100 yards away from where you're trying to go, and you just decided I'm just going to make up my own spot because I drive a big white Infiniti and I can do whatever the heck I want. I had to reverse like twice because cars were just getting jammed up at that side of the parking lot. I couldn't handle it. I wanted to park and just wait by those cars so badly.
I don't blame you. And last one here is we'll talk about entitlement, and it's a good segue into Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers. But the last one I got for you, and it's really just an ask of the coffee places.
Yeah.
We got to figure out a better system. Culver's is pretty good at it. Can we just go with the Culver system of if you're ordering like a fancy coffee, it's going to take a little time, take a number, move up.
Thank you.
Because I don't need to wait 10 minutes for them to make your drink and give it to you. And then also, if you're ordering for 4 or 5 people, that's fine and dandy. But then you got to go into the parking lot. They'll bring it out to you.
You can take your mocha frappuccino 2 spots ahead so I can get my black drip coffee in like 30 seconds.
Exactly. Because that's all I'm ordering ever.
Yes.
And I'm stuck all the time waiting for someone to get their whatever the drink is. Not coffee.
Yeah.
You don't go to coffee places for coffee anymore.
Not anymore.
All right. So this is Rutledge and Hamilton presented by Coors Light. If the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
He's Hamilton. I'm Rutledge. Alex Strofe behind the glass. We're going to get to Aaron Rodgers in a minute. I do want to share the entitlement, and we have this up at Jim and Matt. You can see the show streaming at Jim and Matt, YouTube as well. But Matt, I took major umbrage, and this is going to lead to our Iron Jock poll question. Rodgers said yesterday that he didn't. I was looking for this water for a while.
Oh my gosh, it was like half tipped over my electrical.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
almost.
Good job, guys.
So close to spilling.
Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work here. Rodgers said he didn't think it would take off the way it did, talking about his retreat and telling the world he's going to take this retreat. My story and my darkness pales in comparison to what's going on in the world. The self-righteous Rodgersness of that is truly next level.
He should have just ended it. Don't say anything about what's going on in the world. Just end it at, I can't believe this story took off the way it did.
Yes.
And that would have been fine.
So obviously that's an entitled just jag of a statement to make from Aaron Rodgers. But we do want to ask this question, and we'll answer it on the other side. Our Iron Jock poll question. Do you feel bad for the personal scrutiny that Aaron Rodgers gets? That's our first Iron Jock poll question. 844-770-3776. Do you feel bad for the scrutiny that Aaron Rodgers gets on his personal life? You won't feel bad if you go to Canopy Wealth Management. They take the time to truly get to know and understand the dynamics of your values, goals, and plans for your family. No family fits a generic mold, and neither should your financial plan. That's why you need to go to canopy-wealth.com to get started with them today. That's canopy-wealth.com. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Miss any of the show? Find full show podcasts free on Wisconsin On Demand and wherever you get your podcasts.
Jim Rutledge here from Rutledge and Hamilton, weekdays 2 to 4 on ESPN Madison. Listen to Matt and I every Thursday at 2:45 for your chance to win some booze. And continue to listen for your chance to win the grand prize of throwing back a drink with the Rutledge and Hamilton crew. This month, we're giving away Simply Spiked Lemonade, a new line of bold, full-flavored spiked lemonades crafted from the lemonade experts at Simply. Listen every Thursday for your chance to win.
Simply Spiked Lemonade, a new line of bold, full-flavored spiked lemonades crafted from the lemonade experts at Simply. Made with 5% real fruit juice that's been squeezed and concentrated, plus a little fizz. These beverages are bursting with sweet and tart lemonade flavor. Choose from 4 delicious flavors, including strawberry, blueberry, watermelon, and signature lemonade. Try some Simply Spiked Lemonade, a deliciously refreshing and full-flavored lemonade with 5% alcohol and real fruit juice.
The best quality roofs, siding, windows, and doors, expertly installed and at an affordable price. Hi, this is Bo from Ridgetop Exteriors. Integrity, excellence, quality, and community are what we value here at Ridgetop because we want to do a great job to help our friends and neighbors. We always want to exceed expectations because customer service is our number one goal. We're trusted local experts you can count on for your home exterior projects. Thanks for choosing Ridgetop Exteriors for your home's next project. Go to ridgetopexteriors.com for a free estimate.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-326-7765 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-326-7765. That's 800-326-7765. What do you have to lose? Call 800-326-7765. Again, 800-326-7765.
Hey, Matt Hamilton here. Whether I'm dropping putts on the golf course or I'm sweeping stones on the ice, Iron Jock is my go-to apparel. Their state-of-the-art silver ion technology is guaranteed to keep you feeling fresh and provide odor-fighting protection for as long as you own it. Iron Jock gear eliminates 99% of odor-causing bacteria with their performance apparel that was designed from the inside out. Visit ironjock.com to get your Iron Jock apparel or visit any local Fleet Farm dealer today. Iron Jock, it's what's inside that matters.
Reading is Fundamental, the nation's largest children's literacy organization, invites you to rally our children to read. Visit rallytoread.org and help your child pledge to read 100 books by National Reading Month in March. Watch popular authors read their books, find activities to keep young readers motivated, and teachers can enter the Rally to Read sweepstakes for a chance to win 100 books for their school, subject to rules. Inspire your child to read. Visit rallytoread.org today.
Rally to read!
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Wisconsin.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Aaron Rodgers, always making himself the story. 844-770-3776. Chris from Manitowoc Waters chimes in. All the scrutiny and backlash Rodgers takes is all self-inflicted. All of it. If he kept to himself more and didn't go on a famous podcast and spill his hippy-dippy ways every week, nobody would say anything. Just shut your mouth, hippie. Problem fixed. Brett Leclaire chimes in. I feel so bad. I want to play the "You suck" drop when Aaron Rodgers talks.
You gonna help him out there with that, Strophy?
Might help if I turn the button on, right?
Yeah.
Life advice.
That one was for me.
Yeah, good life advice there. 844-770-3776. This is Rutledge and Hamilton. He's Hamilton. I'm Rutledge. We're presented by Coors Light. Our Iron Jock poll question. Do you feel bad for the scrutiny Aaron Rodgers gets on his personal life? And I obviously, no. I have zero sympathy because there's game plans out there on how to be a professional and be beloved, make billions and millions of dollars, and not expose yourself the way that Aaron Rodgers is doing. You can look at a couple of GOATs and Tom Brady. Tom Brady went through a divorce, and he was able to keep more in-house than Aaron Rodgers does through his breakups. Then you have Michael Jordan, also through a divorce, one of the most famous people in the world. You have LeBron James, who will give you what he wants to give you, but again, never exposes himself in a way that opens himself up for the scrutiny. Draymond Green has a podcast. He does his own podcast where he takes shot at players. Still doesn't face the scrutiny because he doesn't open himself up for it. And Charles Barkley opens himself up for everything, takes a lot of scrutiny, but doesn't care. Because there's two types of people in the world, and then there's Aaron Rodgers. There's the folks out there who will keep everything close to the vest and not reveal much about themselves. And then there's the ones who go out there that will just tell you everything about them, and consequences be damned, because they understand once you put something out in the world, you lose complete control of it. And then there's Aaron Rodgers, who wants his cake and eat it too. He wants to be able to tell everyone what he's thinking all the time, but then he also wants to be basically beloved for everything he says.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I feel like,
what is he, 6?
I mean, no, but like I want to kind of as well. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna, if I throw something out there in the world, I don't necessarily expect to be absolutely torched for it.
But you have an awareness of things you share about yourself, and I don't have any insight here. There's certain things that you might want to share that you have no problem sharing, but there's certain things where you say, you know what, maybe people won't react the way I want them to react to it, so that's for me.
Right. And
because you're a brand. You are very, I'm a nobody.
It's true.
You're a gold medalist.
It's true, but and again, this is still on Rodgers a little bit, but he kind of has rubbed people the wrong way for too long. And I think, honestly, even just kind of like having to come up with these decisions and the things he kind of procrastinates telling the Packers what his situation's going to be, that rubs people the wrong way. Then when he does go out and say something like, hey, I'm going to do this darkness retreat, I'm really excited about it, totally benign. But then people, since they already have this bad taste in their mouth, are going to just be negative about it. It's almost like, since he's kind of sort of painted himself a little bit in the villain corner, even when he's being totally genuine and actually putting himself out there, people are still going to react negatively to it. And I think that's a little unfair for him, but I understand why. But it's like, the guy wants to go into darkness and figure out his life and figure out his place in the world. It's like, so what? Good for you.
Then do it.
Yeah, oh, I know. But again, you're somebody like that. He's, I think Scalzo and Brust alluded to it yesterday. Like, if this is something that he thinks can help him, why not share it? Because it might help some other people too. There's no problem with sharing it. The problem comes when people start laying into him because they think he's a bad guy.
Right, but the problem is not with him sharing it. It's the fact that he is mad. My problem with him is that he is mad that people are dunking on him. Aaron, you don't get to control what everyone thinks about you. That is kindergarten level maturity. That when you say something, you don't get to control other people's reactions. If you think it's important and you want to share it with the world, Aaron, that's fine. I don't have a problem with Aaron doing his thing. I have a problem with Aaron being self-righteous about people having a real reaction, their truth. They're feeling their truth, and their truth is Aaron's an idiot. And that's fine. Aaron has to accept that that's their truth. Aaron is the king of all hypocrites. He wears the crown. He is the epitome of someone that is full of crap. Do as I say, not as I do. That is Aaron Rodgers. Because if Aaron Rodgers was truly the guy he said he was, he would say, I'm putting this in the world, and then if that's it. However you react to it is how you react to it. That would be truly Zen, is that you are going to reveal yourself. And plenty of people have done this. You know who's, and it's not unfair. Barry Bonds is hated. Alex Rodriguez is hated. Ryan Braun's got plenty. There's plenty of people out there that aren't liked, and then they either just shut up or they take it. Alex Rodriguez knows that he gets clowned regularly as an MLB play-by-play guy. Clowned all the time. Joe Buck is clowned all the time. He owns it. So the point being here is that either you have two choices, Aaron. Either shut up or say your truth and then let it live. Because if you are who you say you are, Aaron, you don't need to react to people's reaction to what you're saying. Because if that was true, if what Greg is saying, that Aaron just thought it was so important to share this with the world, then he'd share it with the world and let it lie.
Yeah. I mean, I can just understand how it can be upsetting when you are trying to put yourself out there and that, and literally something as benign as like what you're up to, and then people just go off on you. It's a little unnecessary.
No, it's not. You said it, Matt.
Well, it's unnecessary for people to be.
It's unnecessary.
Jerks.
It's unnecessary. What world do we live in here, Matt?
A bunch of jerks.
What is Twitter? Twitter is run by the biggest ass on the entire world, who is basically a living troll handed billions of dollars by his family. And yet we're surprised that cesspool is dunking all over Aaron Rodgers. I mean, over the last 8 years of politics, we know that everyone out there is a mean troll. So either you just have to say what you want to say and move on. Matt, I'm sure people have trolled you for something. I know you're wonderful.
Oh my gosh.
I don't see you engaging. I don't see you have a platform. I don't see you coming on here and whining about people engaging in things that you've said on this platform. You could do it, but you don't.
Yeah, it's mostly because I feel like most of the people that are ragging on me on Twitter, I fancy them to be a little quicker than I do, and I'm going to lose in the end. You know what I mean? Like, when you what's that famous phrase? Don't argue with idiots because they'll bring you down to their level and then beat you with experience. I took that to heart after the first Olympics when me and my sister didn't do so great in the mixed doubles. Man, nobody wanted to see me out on the ice in the first game in the men's team, and I was like, oh gosh, here we go.
The other one is don't argue with fools because from a distance you can't tell the difference.
Right? Yeah, I like that one too.
844-770-3776. Adam Madison chimes in, and we kind of hit on this a little bit yesterday. He says, how dare anyone have an opinion that differs from Aaron Rodgers? Because that's my stance on it. Alex, you can chime in here. But 844-770-3776. Do you feel bad about the reaction that Aaron Rodgers, or the scrutiny that Aaron Rodgers gets on his personal life?
Oh, he was winning for a second, and now he's
I go back and forth on this because, Jim, I think your point is completely fair, right? Like, if you're going to overshare, you're going to get criticism naturally, right? Like, all three of us have gotten plenty of criticism doing our jobs by oversharing all the time. My muffler, my pile of laundry in my guest room closet, right? Like, we overshare, people are going to dunk on us. It naturally happens. So,
spaghetti in the bed.
And just
right, eating in the bed, right?
But also, it happens in everyday life. If you're a regular person, if you overshare with your spouse or overshare with friends, what do your friends do if you share something that's stupid?
They're going to give you a hard time.
Oh my god!
Naturally,
right?
Ruthlessly,
so, again,
abolished. My ego is crushed.
Right, life.
Yeah, none of us are sitting here and saying Aaron Rodgers. Well, at least two of us are not sitting here and saying Aaron Rodgers is a bad person, right?
No, he's not a bad person.
I'm giving you a hard time.
Yeah.
None of us think that's the case, but he tends to overshare. He tends to tell us things and then gets mad that they get attention, even though he's the most compelling guy, and if not the entire NFL, all of sports, right? So naturally, big headline.
Yeah.
I'm confused by his anger toward it, but yeah, I do tend to feel a little bad for him. Like, I lean that way a little bit because
just the fact that everyone, regardless of what he says, they just linger on it. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. He could literally go on Pat McAfee show, say two words like ice cream, and someone's gonna get pissed.
That's the
about
worst flavor of ice cream.
it. Yeah.
Complete darkness.
But he doesn't go on McAfee and say ice cream. He
No.
goes on McAfee and takes shots at Romeo Dobbs or tell us he's going to go into
He's a
a
complicated
darkness
fella.
retreat or tell us about all the drugs he did. And again, I don't have a problem he does psychedelic drugs. I think Chris Orr's point, as far as he brought this up last week, how we give Aaron Rodgers a pass, and I guess these aren't legal drugs, but how we give him a pass for taking drugs, but God forbid Josh Gordon smokes weed. I mean, there are double standards with some of this as well.
Certainly.
But so again, though, that proves my point. Is Josh Gordon going on all over everywhere saying, I smoke weed and nobody's, and I'm out of the league. Aaron Rodgers does ayahuasca and he's all worked up because people are making fun of me. Like, again, Aaron's consequences aren't even that bad. There are people with real consequences to their actions that had to get suspended or fired or any of these things. And all Aaron is whining about is people are being mean to me. Josh Gordon can't play in the league anymore because he's got a drug addiction problem. And that's a real problem. Aaron Rodgers likes to get high, do psychedelics, and go sit in a cave, and he tells everyone about it, and then he's all upset that people are being mean. So our
You're talking about the kindergarten
because he sounds like
emotions.
because I have these conversations with my 6-year-old. You can't control how people react to you, Magnolia or Aaron. You just have to be you. Love yourself. People are going to be mean regardless. It doesn't affect what we think of you.
Mm-hmm. He definitely loves himself.
Nick at Madison chimes in. We need 15 minutes of Jim versus Greg on Aaron Rodgers. Number one hater versus number one supporter. Well, one of us is definitely genuine. 844-770-3776.
Jimmy is such a softy for Scalzo. He'd just roll over for him
Also,
anyway. It's
Nick,
not even a good argument.
Can we acknowledge he's in the building?
Greg and I have done this show a million times together. Not about Aaron Rodgers. But again, my thing on Aaron Rodgers is that Aaron Rodgers is a baby for getting mad at the reaction. He is a child for getting mad at the reaction. We can set that up here. And then the 608 chimes in. It's Mark. Feel sorry for Rodgers, LOL. He's a diva, condescending, and arrogant. If he doesn't want to be the focus of the scuttlebutt, then don't go on the Pat McAfee show all the time and fan the flames. Cannot be soon enough that the love era begins.
The one season of the love era.
844-770-3776. You were rocking the Iron Jock yesterday, looking good.
Yeah.
Use the promo code ESPN20. But I love Iron Jock because I can go work out at Carbon World Health, and my wife doesn't have stinky clothes to wash, and you love it because it looks good, and you can rock the armband or other things while you're curling.
Yeah, absolutely. The Iron Jock has, first of all, the anti-stink technology. Can we touch on that for a second? Because I love golfing as much as the next guy. But in the summer, it gets hot. I like to carry or push my cart and not ride as often as I can, I guess, depending on the course. So I get a little sweaty. Iron Jock's got my back because of the silver ion technology. It's woven into every thread, not sprayed on. It is in the material, so it's good for over 150 washes, unlike some of those competitive brands that has just that sprayed on stuff that doesn't last. Iron Jock, made here, or it's a Wisconsin company, and we love Wisconsin companies, and it keeps you smelling fresh, whether you're on the golf course, whether you're in the gym, whether you're on the curling rink. It's good for all occasions and looks super sharp. So check out ironjock.com.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue, and we can prove it. Follow the show on Twitter at Jim and Matt.
Legacy Exteriors. Just pick up the phone and let us leave a legacy on your home. Roofing, windows, gutters, siding, and decks. Can Legacy do it? You bet. Better prices, better warranties. Legacy always makes it easy. Go to legacy-exteriors.com. Legacy Exteriors. Just pick up the phone and let us leave a legacy on your home.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. I joined the Princeton Club because I was looking for a place I could invest in my health, and the environment and the community I have felt has made it so easy for me to incorporate it into my everyday life. It doesn't matter where you're at in your fitness journey because they have something to offer everyone. It also goes beyond fitness. From the moment you walk in the club to the moment you walk out, there is a togetherness felt throughout the members and staff that keeps you going for your better tomorrow. Don't wait any longer and get started on your fitness journey today at PrincetonClub.net. That's PrincetonClub.net.
Clinical trials are essential to advancing medications, vaccines, and devices. LabCorp has been conducting clinical trials for over 40 years and has helped bring many of the medications we use today to market. You may be compensated up to $19,250 for time and participation in trials. At LabCorp, your safety is the #1 priority. Learn more about how you can help advance the future of medicine at LabCorpClinicalTrials.com. That's LabCorpClinicalTrials.com.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands, when you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less?
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
One call, that's all means that you call Gruber Law Offices and your case is handled. You don't have to worry about anything anymore.
As soon as you make that call, you're going to have somebody on your side.
They're going to give you all the information that you need to know. They're going to make sure that you're feeling secure about everything in the process.
It's a phrase we'll never forget.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Set your sights on huge savings during Fleet Farm's Take Aim event. Now's your chance to stock up on ammo and save with trusted brands like Sig Sauer, Beretta, Ruger, and Vortex. And save big on $120. Stop in and check out our wide selection of gun safes, ammo cans, optics, and more. Get everything you need to hit the target during the Take Aim event going on now at Fleet Farm.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Carbon World Health.
Well, this is an appropriate song. Aaron Rodgers, so good at making Packer fans feel so bad. You got to turn.
I thought it was Packer fans were so good at making Rodgers feel so bad.
Baby. He's Hamilton. I'm Rutledge. This is Rutledge and Hamilton presented by Coors Light. As long as you're blue, you know what to do.
And that crush. Coors Light, my friends.
Alex Strofe behind the glass. Crushing it as the producer today. Giving us, I want to hear from Mr. Aaron Rodgers. He was on the Pat McAfee show yesterday. Gave us all a Valentine's Day present of just verbal diarrhea. Just spewing out whatever. And let's hear from the king of petty.
I love that.
All right. First of all, he's full of crap again.
Question
so
it.
So I'm going to question
He's a
it.
complicated fella.
So Aaron, you don't question your inner circle?
I'm
Right
sure
there,
I'm sure
hypocrite.
he might.
He says he does not. He said nope. He said he let it off. Nobody in my inner circle talks to the media. Then he follows back up and says, question everyone. But he doesn't question his inner circle, correct?
What do you
He's never met Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport. I'm sure that could be proven as a lie. Never met them. He said he's never met them.
Maybe.
And SPs, when he's gone out, when they've come here, ESPN, Schefter's on the sideline, Ian Rappaport, he's never met them. Never.
Maybe that was like a little bit of a big time move.
Lie. Then he says
I've never
they
met
make it up likely.
I've also never met them.
Ass. You are now saying that people are lying. They said you're making it up. That's likely. That's the likely story. That two of the most respected reporters
He's not
in the
saying
NFL.
them necessarily. He's saying the
Yes,
media.
he said no.
He said the media.
He said their name specifically multiple times. 3 times he said their name. So Aaron Rodgers,
not-
and then also he will go
just because he says their
then he
names
goes on
in
a-
a
right,
tangent
and then he
doesn't
goes on.
necessarily
Look,
mean he's talking about them.
You can battle Pat McAfee for being the Aaron Rodgers fluffer in 1 second, because also Aaron Rodgers says he respects people who questions things, and then goes on a show with Pat McAfee, where Pat McAfee is basically whispering sweet nothings into Aaron Rodgers' ear throughout the interview. So Aaron Rodgers does not like or want to be around anyone who questions anything. He's just a walking contradiction who likes to be around people whose only purpose in life is to just contradict anything without actually proving the negative. The biggest and most annoying thing people say is question everything, and I'm doing my own research when you're Googling something. If you really want to do it, then do it in private and share your thoughts. Now, I'm not talking about the stupid vaccine thing. I'm talking about everything, because the biggest jag in the world is, well, I question everything. No, you don't. You just literally say the question. But if you're truly questioning it, you would look into the answers from both sides. You don't just say, well, I don't believe you because I don't believe anyone. You would actually look into the real answers for it. That is questioning everything. Like, for an example, Michigan, Wisconsin. Was that a good game by Wisconsin? Let's go look a little deeper. Well, they won the game, but I looked a little deeper. I questioned, was it a great performance? No, but they got the win. That's an example of questioning what kind of game that was, and was it a great win? No, but they won. That's a true example of questioning. So Aaron Rodgers continues to be a gas bag full of crap. Matt Hamilton, what do you got to say?
I think it's great. I think he's great. He said people in his inner circle aren't leaking things to Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport. Now,
He's not questioning that, though.
I'm sure he's questioned it. I'm sure people have gotten bounced from the inner circle because they have. That's he probably.
I thought he said they were making it up likely.
Well, I'm saying sometimes. I'm sure.
I'm not coming at you. I'm coming to Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, no.
Everything he says is full of holes.
I'm sure there is definitely some media out there that has made something.
Why
up
don't
about
you
Aaron
listen
Rodgers.
to your BFF Aaron Rodgers and question everything, and question Aaron Rodgers and his mental sanity,
there's been plenty of
his
talks
things he says
about what Aaron Rodgers is doing, and
But
it's
have you-
wrong.
What?
Like
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
when they said, like, just a quick example, is when they said he was going on this darkness retreat. They thought it was like a week ago, and people reported it.
Okay, hold on here. Hold on. And that's
Why do you get to tell me to hold on, but you can go off on your tangent?
no. You can go off on your tangent, but you're just all over the place. I want to pull this back in here. So you're gonna ride on this media thing. That's what you're gonna ride on. Is this? I want to just know which way your angle here, because Aaron Rodgers is all over the place. So it's not your fault. Aaron Rodgers just vomited out a bunch of words. What words are you focusing on? The media part of it?
What I'm focusing on is the question, him saying question everything.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
So you can I can question Aaron Rodgers then.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And I'm not saying you're wrong for questioning him. It's good. I just think that sometimes when people are going to question Aaron Rodgers, they've already have a picture painted. Like a lot of, you know what I mean? They're going to look for their side of the story or what they want to hear.
Pause.
And that's what they find.
Do you think Aaron Rodgers also does the same thing?
I honestly think he might look more into the other side than most people do. Yeah.
No.
Totally, because he wants to have the proper
No, he doesn't.
argument. Whether he wants to believe it or not, he wants to know what they're thinking.
No, he doesn't.
I think he does.
He only wants to be aligning himself with the contrarians. When is the last time he shared the other side of anything he's talked about?
Well, it's not. You don't have to share it to question things. You can go ahead and look into it.
Aaron Rodgers'
your own
personal brand is on the
research.
guy that questions everything, but doesn't actually acknowledge what the other side might have any sort of weight. Like, he doesn't acknowledge. If you're truly questioning something, you'd say, like I am right now, that's fair. Maybe Ian Rappaport. I think it's unfair to say they made it up, but maybe they don't
agree with that.
But maybe they have bad sources. That's questioning everything and finding a medium.
Right.
That's not what Aaron does. He questions and says, I'm right, you're wrong.
Okay, so he's not very good at coming to conclusions, but I still think he probably looks at the other side to try and figure out where they're coming from.
I think he's open-minded.
Maybe not, and I agree, and maybe not honestly.
Oh, Jim.
He might already have his mind made up, but again, I think it's more he's going to look into the other side just so he knows what the heck is going through their brain.
Honestly, I honestly feel very comfortable.
Question that.
Aaron Rodgers is more judgmental than me.
Be curious, not judgmental.
He's not curious. He is very judgmental.
Jim.
Be curious, not judgmental.
He judges in the things he doesn't say and do. He judges in his condescending nature. He's judging you by not being like him.
Be curious.
And that's the problem I have with him.
Judgmental.
Because again, he is the king of Hypocrite Mountain. He is the biggest walking contradiction that has ever been on the face of this earth. Caller number 5.
I'm going to question that. I'm going to Google
Please
it.
do.
I'm going to go ahead and Google it.
I will welcome questioning. I am questioned all the time. I'm what Aaron Rodgers says he is.
People
question me
like me.
all you want. I have no problem with it. Rip me all you want. I have no problem with it because I'm a man and I can take criticism and I understand what I put out in the world will be questioned and will be looked at a little bit deeper. And that's the job. That's life. What I say to my kids, what I say to my wife, what I say to Matt off the air is all questioned and is always looked into because that's how human beings function. But Aaron Rodgers thinks he's on a different plane. Again, Aaron Rodgers is one of those guys who has a high IQ but thinks he's Mensa. He's smart, but he thinks he's way smarter than he actually is. Caller number 5 and 7, 844-770-3776. We'll see how smart Matt and I are, and we'll see how smart you are. Pick one of us to win, minute to win it. You get a $50 gift card. Caller number 5 and 7, 844-770-3776. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Miss any of the show? Find full show podcasts free on Wisconsin On Demand and wherever you get your podcasts. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
There may be snow on the ground, but now is the time to get excited about enjoying the outdoors on luxury patio furniture. Let the trained staff at the Bruce Company help you bring your outdoor dreams to life. The Bruce Company, your outdoor living experts. The Wisconsin men's basketball team just one game under 500 in Big Ten play after a big win over Michigan at the Kohl Center on Tuesday night. Golf legend and Badger superfan Andy North appeared on Wilde and Tausch Wednesday and was impressed with the win.
I think they played unbelievably hard. They only turned the ball over 5 times. They had a season-high 15 offensive rebounds, and they just out-hustled and found a way to get a win against a team that might have been more talented.
The Badgers continue their homestand on Saturday as they welcome Rutgers to the Kohl Center. It's an 11 o'clock tip Saturday morning.
Lock in your prices at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin by February 28th and get 0% interest for up to 48 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
To talk about his experience with Ridgetop Exteriors, here's Madison area customer Tom.
When our family needed a new roof, windows, and doors, we wanted to go with a company that we could trust. The team at Ridgetop Exteriors far exceeded our expectations. They communicated with us every step of the way and provided affordable financing options that fit our budget.
Ridgetop Larry here. Thanks for choosing Ridgetop Exteriors for your home's next project. Go to ridgetopexteriors.com for a free estimate.
Whether catering an event or dining in, I recommend North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. Jim Rutledge here, and from their slow-cooked brisket to their fish fry and everything in between, North and South Seafood and Smokehouse has earned our love on Rutledge and Hamilton. They're the official barbecue joint of our show, and they should be your first choice the next time you eat out. Tell them Jim and Matt sent you. North and South Seafood and Smokehouse in Madison, Verona, and DeForest.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm Vice President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed. Oh, yeah? Yeah, he's starting with the whoops. Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Medicine.
FedEx Chris chimes in. For the love of God, can you stop talking about Aaron Rodgers? All I hear on every Wisconsin sports radio show is about Aaron Rodgers. Football is over. Let's move on. It's college basketball season. Can we talk about the Badger game last night? That crowd was the loudest of any home game this year. Why are we not talking about how good the Badger basketball team when Chucky Hepburn wasn't on the court? That's from FedEx Chris there. Here's why we're not talking about the Badgers. We did start the show with them, but the Badgers went 11 minutes without scoring a field goal against Michigan to get that win. And Chucky and Wall won 420 from the field. They're just FedEx Chris, and I hate to say it, they're boring as sin. They're boring as sin to watch, and they're even more boring to talk about.
Hold on a minute. I have a question about the phrase you just used there. Boring as sin?
Yeah, let me figure out.
Are sins actually boring?
That's a good question.
No, that is a phrase. I think you hit that correctly.
I'm trying to figure out where.
I've never understood that phrase. Because sins, I think if you're sinning, usually it's supposed to be fun, isn't it?
So no, that's not it.
Anyway,
I'll look it up. I do want to find the kind of the iteration of that phrase, but we can look it up.
I will say real quick before we get the minute to win it.
Yeah.
Big college basketball game tonight over in Milwaukee. Marquette Xavier, kind of the I wouldn't call it quite the Big East championship game, but it's pretty much the Big East championship game between Xavier and Marquette tonight. So looking forward to that one. It is college hoop season. He's right, Jim. Best time of the year.
It's not the best time of year. Okay. If we're going to talk college hoops, March Madness is the best time of year for that. And that is
no doubt.
Unquestionably one for the
Are
masses.
you excited? I think it's going to be a wacky year again. Like last year we had, 2 double-digit seeds in the Final Four. I think it's going to be another wacky bracket year.
It could be. I don't know. I'm not in it as much as I used to be, but I'll get when it gets closer. I'll get closer. I'm just following the Badgers right now, and then obviously I learn about the Big Ten teams as they pop up on the Badgers schedule there. But right now we're going to play Minute to Win It, brought to you by North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. 3 locations: Madison, DeForest, and Verona. Any of those locations are fantastic. You can get the same great experience whichever North and South Seafood and Smokehouse you go to. I recommend the brisket there. It is to die for, if you will, as I continue to use phrases. Whether you want to carry it out, whether you want to dine in, you want to have it delivered, or you want to have them for an event, North and South can do any of those things. They are the best. They're the official barbecue joint of Rutledge and Hamilton. North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. Let's play Minute to Win It.
Are you on Team Rutledge or Team Hamilton?
I don't want to pick sides.
This is the Minute to Win It, presented by North and South Seafood and Smokehouse, with 3 locations in Madison, DeForest, and Verona.
All right, it is time to play Minute to Win It here on Rutledge and Hamilton. Caller 5 today was Travis. He's on Team Jim. Caller 7, I had a great talk with drummer Don. Been a drummer his whole life. I asked him what his favorite solos were. Talked about that for a while.
What's number 1?
I honestly, Caravan. I remembered.
Okay.
And then I asked him if he knew how to play Hot for Teacher by Van Halen. He said he doesn't have a double bass. I don't know. We talked about drums. It was awesome.
So
very good conversation.
Good match there because Matt Hamilton fancies himself a drummer.
He does. So it did work out that way. Anyway, looking today, Jim, for the top 10 social media sites by monthly active users. And this was according to a poll done back in May of last year. So the top 10 social media sites by monthly active users. Your time starts in 3, 2, 1.
We'll go with Twitter.
It's actually number 10, but you got it.
Facebook.
That's number 1. Instagram is it's on here, 4. TikTok's 5. Pinterest is number 7. Nice job.
Alrighty, now I'm going to start to struggle a little bit. So social media. Oh, Snapchat?
Snapchat's number 6.
Have Snapchat or Pinterest, so we're there. Alrighty. Gosh.
2, 3, 8, and 9 you're missing.
2. What would 2 be? YouTube.
That is number 2.
I wouldn't have thought of that as a social media site. That's kind of dicey for me. What are we left with? How many do I have left? 2?
You have number 3, number 8, number 9. You have 3 left.
3. So Facebook.
Number 3 is tough.
Social media. Man, what else is there?
10 seconds.
Man, social media sites. I'm stuck on this one here. And it's I got nothing.
Interesting. Not going to spoil it for you.
Man, that's tough. I'm mad.
You're gonna kick yourself about 1. I think you'll be okay with the 2 you missed, though. 2
All
of the
right.
3
So I had 7.
7 spot for you. Another good week for you, Jimmy. You've been on a roll. With
not quite the 9 I had. Or no, I went for 10 for 10, I think. Or did I go 9?
9 for 10.
9 for 10. As Matt Hamilton doesn't understand time, and he's just out there throwing a football around. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. This is minute to win it. It'll take a couple minutes for Matt Hamilton to meander his way back across the office.
He's not playing minute to win it. He's playing give me 7 minutes while I
Who was he talking to this time?
Molly Brown. Okay. I believe so. There we go.
All right, Matt Hamilton.
Scalzo asks me, "You're not going to listen to the radio?" I was like, "What do you mean? That's cheating." He goes, "I'm pretty sure Bruss does that every once in a while."
So, real quick, I want to brag. You were out last week. I got 9 of 10 last week. So
you got 9 to 10 the week before.
No, I think
the
that was
week
2
I
weeks
left
ago.
too.
Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was the week I left.
What did I had a really good?
I was off last.
Oh,
week,
I had 9 to 10, or maybe it was 10 to 10 with it was Packer. It was something Packer related that I just crushed on. So Alex G can help you out.
I think I was off last week.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
2 weeks ago,
I've been on a
I'm
roll.
pretty sure 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was like Packers top wide receivers or something, and you nailed 9 of 10.
It was points was Alex G's, and I think I got like 8 or 9 out of 10.
Chris Jackie on that list?
Yep, a lot of kickers.
Yeah, I bet.
It was like 2 random old kickers I didn't get.
Yeah, that's
All right.
tough. All right,
How'd
Matty.
you do today? Obviously, with this kind of reaction, I feel like he did good.
He didn't do quite that good.
Okay.
Oh, I might have just given him the answers I hadn't written down here. So if he,
I didn't see.
So we'll see.
Matt is like an avid "I'm not going to cheat" type of cheater. I don't think he
to
cheats.
win, but if I win, I
gotta-
want to do it legit.
I got to question it.
You should question
You
it.
got to question everything.
Yeah.
You should.
No matter who says it. If I say it like this list, you should probably question it. Probably question the scientific research that might not be scientific.
There has been
Praise
some
be Rogers.
suspect
That's what he
lists.
wants, right? Praise be Rogers. All right.
Top 10 social media sites by monthly active users. That's what I'm looking for today. Again,
I don't even know 10 of them.
drummer Don on your team, by the way. He's a big drummer.
If it makes you feel better, I don't think I made 10 guesses either.
Okay.
Top 10 social media sites by monthly active users. Your time starts in 3, 2, 1.
TikTok,
Yep, that's number 5.
Instagram,
That is number 4.
Facebook,
That's number 1.
Twitter,
Twitter's number 10.
Periscope.
That's strike 1. What the hell is Periscope?
Wow, that was a reach.
That was just
Good for
another
you.
one that I know of. I don't even know if I know anymore.
Good
social
for
medias.
you.
Sure you do.
I'm missing a big one.
No,
Clearly?
come on. No,
He's
you
just
give me any
looking
hints?
at me dumbfounded.
No hints.
Snapchat.
Yeah, Snapchat's on there, number 6.
I really am drawing a blank.
30 seconds.
Social
less than
media
30, dang.
accounts. Social media stuff. I'm only thinking of the ones that I guess I have.
You're missing number 2, number 3, number 7, number 8, and number 9.
Number 2. How am I missing number 2? I said Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
It's like 8 minutes.
What the heck?
10 seconds.
I literally don't know if I know any other social media platforms.
You're gonna be mad about-
MySpace.
That's strike 2. And your time is up and you lose.
You're going to be mad at one of them.
Matt
I still would
Hamilton.
have had you no matter
No,
what.
you're going to be really angry. What social media site, Matt Hamilton, do you think you use the most?
Instagram,
Besides that?
Facebook.
No, you use this site more than Facebook. I know that for a fact.
Is Reddit social media?
Reddit is certainly social media.
I would have never
my
thought of that.
God.
I didn't write that down.
I love Reddit. I
Jim,
didn't
the
know it
other
was
one,
social
there's
media.
another one on here that you didn't
Totally
get
makes
that
sense.
you use a lot. You two are going to kick yourself over different ones. Matt's is going to be Reddit. Number 2 is YouTube, by the way.
I said YouTube. I shot in the dark because I don't consider that social media.
I don't either, but
don't even.
I do. Okay, here's your list. Facebook's 1, YouTube 2. Neither of you got number 3. I wouldn't have gotten it either. WhatsApp is number 3.
Oh, that's a messaging thing.
Don't look at me. I didn't make the list.
Okay.
Number 4 is Instagram, 5's TikTok, 6 Snapchat, 7 is Pinterest, which Jim actually got.
Oh, that's a good one, actually.
Number 8 is
shout out to Edge Construction for that one because that's where they have people. If you go and do like a remodel, they have you pin things on there now. So that's why I know
nice.
Pinterest.
Yeah. Number 8 is Reddit. Kicking yourself over that one?
I mean, I guess, but I didn't know what classified or counted as social
I even
media.
tried to help you cheat. When Jim wasn't looking, I went like this, and then I pointed at Matt, and he still didn't get it.
Well, I mean, those are vague clues.
Number 9, LinkedIn.
Oh, yeah, that definitely
I
counts.
hate LinkedIn, so
that
that's
definitely
fine.
counts.
It does
You
count,
use it pretty regularly, though.
but only because it's like a box to check.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
I'm sorry to the drummer.
And number 10, Twitter. Congratulations to Travis, this week's winner. Minute to win it.
They picked you, too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
Gosh, what ridiculous. YouTube is social media.
Look, I that was one of my last guess. I guess
I mean, it's surely media. I mean, I guess.
you
I
do.
guess
It is in the name. It's just not what it used to be. YouTube was kind of like TikTok before TikTok because you could upload your own videos.
Well,
You still
right.
can.
And that
That's
makes,
so
that
right.
makes
But I mean,
social
that's not what people think about it for anymore, is
Yeah.
it? Like now, it's like TV.
Yeah, like people are
highlight-
YouTubers. That's a job.
Yeah.
See,
I guess the Reddit thing also makes sense because it's like other
Oh,
people.
yeah, that's a
posting.
messaging board. That's absolutely social media. That
Right,
one's
there's-
not
But
even
like,
debatable.
WhatsApp, that's like
WhatsApp and YouTube are both questionable.
like WhatsApp. I could have said like Facebook Messenger.
Well, no, because if Snapchat's on there, then WhatsApp should be on there. Isn't that? Aren't they both?
No, Snapchat is like geared by, and you can post like to a story on Snapchat, like your own like story. WhatsApp is literally so, in my eyes, is literally so I can message somebody in another country without, over the internet instead of using data or whatever.
844-770-3776. What's WhatsApp? This is Rutledge and Hamilton presented by Coors Light.
Yeah, it is. And I'm Alex Strope. Your Sports Center update is brought to you by the Green and Gold Fix podcast, home to the best Packers conversation from ESPN Wisconsin. Subscribe, rate, and review the Green and Gold Fix podcast on Apple Podcast, Spotify, WisconsinOnDemand.com, the Wisconsin On Demand app, which is free, by the way, and wherever you get your podcasts. Well, the Wisconsin Badgers men's basketball team now just one game under 500 in conference play after a win over Michigan last night. How about this? Joe Lenardi, the bracketologist for ESPN, said after last night's win for Wisconsin, the Badgers would be in if the tournament started today, at least according to his research. Here's head coach Greg Gard after the victory.
We have to continue to play good, solid basketball. Saturday, we didn't for the last 15 minutes, and it bit us. Tonight, we played pretty good, solid basketball, specifically on the defensive end and on the glass and taking care of the ball. Only 5 turnovers. So you're not maybe going to play every part of the game perfect, but if you can be sound and solid in enough areas, you give yourself a better chance.
Badgers continue their home stretch on Saturday as they play host to Rutgers. Hey, another big college basketball game tonight. Number 11 Marquette hosts number 16 Xavier. Kind of a Big East championship game.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or visit metrokiaofmadison.com.
You got to chill.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton with Jim Rutledge and Matt Hamilton, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN.
To me, I have different circles for different things in my life. And I think I do know people in this inner circle that I've spoken to. So that's fine. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, but that'd be my guess.
Broadcasting live from the ESPN Madison studio with Matt Hamilton, here's Jim Rutledge.
Everyone talks, and here's what I'll circle back here is Adam Schefter on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. There we go. I got it right.
Nailed
Yeah.
it. First time for everything.
He's Matt Hamilton. I'm Jim Rutledge. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. That was Schefter responding to Aaron Rodgers, and I heard Aaron Rodgers call both Schefter and Ian Rappaport, two of the more respected reporters in the NFL, liars. I heard him call them liars earlier.
Okay.
And so
Twisting words a little bit, but
he said made it up likely is what his phrase was.
yeah, about media, not necessarily them. He mentioned them specifically,
Within like
but he
10 seconds of both those phrases. Regardless,
again,
Adam
a little
Schefter
twisted.
played a clip. I don't think it's twisted. I think Matt's trying to twist it back. Matt bends over back. Like that. Comes on.
To me, I have different circles for different things in my life. And I think I do know people in his inner circle that I've spoken to. So, well, that's fine. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, but that'd be my guess.
Well, that's not what I wanted to get to, because Aaron Rodgers, in that continual thought that he never cuts off, says that media most likely makes stuff up. And that's the part that I like. Aaron Rodgers says in this diatribe of verbal diarrhea, he also says the media makes things up. But also, I wanted to, while Alex Strofe looks it up, I was trying to find the origin of the phrase I used, boring is sin. And the closest I get to is one, either it's a Hebrew translation from the Bible where it's just kind of been muddied over the years, or there's a phrase in the Bible where saying being bored can lead to sin. And then that kind of just turned over time to boring is sin.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's not a clear lineage.
Is there something like that
of,
with idle hands too? Kind of the same
there's
thing.
a lot that are,
Yeah.
and I don't know the idle hands one as well. And Drew Madison chimes in. WhatsApp is essentially iMessage for Android users. Stupid Android users. That was my own little part there from Drew. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Judgmental Jim. I am Judgmental Jim and Judgmental Aaron out here. Aaron Rodgers,
a complicated fella,
wants to question everything, but don't question Aaron. That's kind of his stance on everything.
You seem
He
So
did.
we are
he
asking
did
the
tell
question.
people to question him. He
do
did
you
say
feel
that.
do you feel bad?
He did.
But he then whines and shames everyone for questioning him. Like, again, Aaron Rodgers says a lot of things. None of them hold any meaning because his words never match his actions.
Real
so
quick.
do you feel
real
bad?
quick. Hold on. Real quick. Did you guys shut my laptop because you thought I might look at it?
I did.
From
I shut
social media?
No, I shut mine.
Oh,
always.
maybe Maddie did for.
Just say you guys. I haven't been in there.
Well, I don't know.
No, I
I
didn't-
was definitely gone and definitely not paying attention because I don't try and cheat. But I thought it might have been closed.
He's just
because
trying to
he didn't want
question
me
everything.
To see the social
Questioning everything.
Okay, question everything.
That's
Our
what my boy
question.
said to do.
Our question everything question from
Adult
Iron
film
Jock.
stars Matt Hamilton.
Do you feel bad for the scrutiny Aaron Rodgers receives for his personal life? 63% of you, almost 64% of you say no.
I said yes.
Of course you did.
I also said yes.
Of course you did. You guys are drinking the Kool-Aid. You're not questioning.
We're
Aaron
drinking the
Rodgers.
Coors.
Yeah, the Coors Aid, if you will. All right. So, Aaron Rodgers. You know what? I don't even have anything else to say on it. What else is there to say about this guy? Do you feel bad? You feel bad for him. It's his. It's not like
No, I
TMZ's
don't
hanging
think
outside
it's-
of his
I
house
don't
taking
think it's
pictures or anything.
Exclusive, like there is blame to go around. He has definitely soured himself in the eyes of Packer fans, and that, like, I cannot deny. I cannot say that he has never done anything wrong to sour himself to Packer fans, but I think some of that sour flavor lingers when he does say something genuine or something benign or something that doesn't matter. they turn it into something. And I think this is a good instance of it being turned into something bigger than it was ever supposed to be. And I understand his frustration in it.
But we'd be done with it today if he didn't say anything. Like, he could have just been in, we could have just assumed. If he didn't go on Pat McAfee's show, we would assume he was there. And if he didn't go and then try to dunk on Schefter and Rappaport, then the story's
agreed.
dead. He is always feeding the story.
He definitely doesn't know when to stop.
Because he isn't who he says he is. Here's another example. He didn't have to tell us this. You want to know why I know this? He said he had this plan for months. Mm-hmm. So nobody out there let it leak ever.
Yep.
For months.
His inner circle, which is airtight.
I'm questioning that.
I guess.
And so, again, you're taking Aaron Rodgers' word over Adam Schefter's word. And, Adam Schefter's got a more proven track record of being right than Aaron Rodgers.
Well, also, I kind of look at reporters, not in like the same light as politicians, but again, I'm more likely to be like, I am not entirely sure I believe what
but they're saying. Right. Those two guys, and
yes, and they're good.
They're right 90% of the time.
They're good.
They're right 90% of the time.
No doubt. And I do like Adam Schefter, and I do like.
And it is the classic. I don't like what you're reporting thing to do, to just crap on it and then bury the sources. Aaron Rodgers pulled. You want to talk about politicians? Aaron Rodgers pulled the lamest and most played out politician playbook of all time. It says those aren't the right sources. I mean, you call the sources lies. He's pulling that right from.
But he's
pulling that right from politicians.
I know. I agree.
Fake news.
I don't think he's entirely wrong.
He's pulling it. But
I don't think he's entirely wrong when he says
idea what his sources
these guys are way more into first to news than.
They're not these guys though. They don't. They've not. When is? Please tell me Ian Rappaport. Let's do Ian Rappaport.
Let me pull up his Twitter.
Okay, but also tell me all the times that Ian Rappaport is right.
Oh,
compared.
It's a ton. It's a ton. But that's the thing is like. Whether they're
so
right
they're not
wrong,
more interested. So that's my point. They're not more interested in being first than right because they're right more than 90% of the time.
Yeah. So now they just get comfortable just reporting when they hear things because they think they're right.
But that's Aaron Rodgers saying that. My point is like Aaron Rodgers is pulling the politician's playbook of trying to call out the source. Aaron Rodgers has no idea who the sources are. Here's an example. Richard Nixon was brought down by someone right next to him. Do you think Richard Nixon knew that he had leaks right next to him? Most people who are brought down, powerful people, are brought down by the closest people to them. The ones that are in their inner circle who think that they would never rat on them ever. You know where news comes from? Always the inner circle. You know where politicians get pulled down from? Their inner circle. The biggest stories are busted because someone in the inner circle leaked it. And I'm not saying this is anything close to an important or big story. What I'm saying is that Aaron Rodgers cannot know. He does not know. He cannot prove it. That if Adam Schefter does not have access to his inner circle. He has no way to prove that. And in his eyes of questioning everything, I am fairly questioning that Aaron Rodgers in no way can prove that Adam Schefter does not have access to someone in Aaron Rodgers' circle.
So maybe he should be questioning his own comment there, is what you're getting at.
Yes. And maybe he shouldn't speak so matter-of-factly about things he doesn't know.
That's true. That was an awfully solid statement when it is very hard to be 100% sure about that.
All Aaron Rodgers knows and can control is what comes out of his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where he loses me every time. Because I used to actually like Aaron Rodgers. I loved a lot about his competitiveness and all that. But now he is just a living, breathing contradiction. Everything he does, if you don't care, Aaron, and you just want to share with the world, then just go out there and share with the world. But what he does is basically he goes on Pat McAfee's Fluffer show and airs his grievances, and Pat just tells him he's right the whole time. And then when he leaves that echo chamber and someone tells him he's not right, he gets all worked up and goes back into the echo chamber to then make fun of everyone and tell them they're all wrong, and then live in his echo chamber and then walk out of his echo chamber, and people tell him, no, Aaron, we don't agree with you. Get all upset. Repeat again. Go back into the echo chamber and tell everyone that they're all wrong. And Pat will tell them, you're the best. I love you. And then he'll leave the echo chamber and he'll get
Pat
upset
is
again.
never that quiet.
You're right. He's a loud fluffer.
Aaron, I love you.
Yes. 844-770-3776. Let's get out to Ed and Madtown.
Hey, Ed.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Jim?
Yeah.
Man, you are so spot on, bro. I'm going to tell you, former girlfriends have said there's a key word that we call Aaron Rodgers, a narcissist, when he believes only in one part of him, his world, his echo chamber. And then he goes outside the echo chamber, he turns on them, and he calls them what he called the guy out of Chicago that wrote for he said he's I'm trying to paraphrase what he said, but he said something very negative towards the gentleman from Chicago that wrote for the Chicago Bears.
Yep.
When he called them, yes, thank you. So anyway, I'm not a believer in him, and I more I hear him talk, the more I get ill, because he is full of himself, and he's only full of himself because he's got people around. So I don't have much more to add to what you're saying because I've been nodding my head up and down all the way down the road, and I wish more people would maybe speak a little louder and speak the truth.
Are you using your blinker?
Thank you.
Thanks for the call.
I hope he's using his blinker and not parking illegally.
What?
Because he's so busy nodding his head and not paying attention that I was hoping he's
the
driving
call back
safely.
to the beginning of the show where it grinded Matt Hamilton's gears.
It's an old radio trick, Alex. It's called a callback.
It's a stand-up comedy trick, not a radio trick.
Well, when you're a comedian like I am, who's on the radio, it becomes a radio
Jim,
trick.
just
he's just questioning everything.
Yeah, just question everything. Be curious, not judgmental.
We need the X. Can we add the X Files? And so anytime we hear Aaron Rodgers speak, I only want to hear the X Files music behind him. Because again, Aaron Rodgers, everything out there should just be questioned, man. I'm not disagreeing with that, but you have to actually question it, and you actually have to open yourself up for rebuttal. And that's my biggest thing is that Aaron refuses to open himself up.
No, I have no problem with Ian Rappaport. I think they're really good. When it comes to me, they don't know. They really don't.
I'm questioning that, Aaron. I'm questioning it. Now what? Is your mind blown? Brett McClare chimes in. Aaron Rodgers is a sour flavored, nasty flavored. What's up? Bitter beer face. Aaron Rodgers. 844-770-3776. Before we get to Stones, there might be snow coming. There's not snow on the ground right now, but it's coming, I think, tonight. Of course it is. But it's the right time to get excited about outdoor living. My wife and I, with the kids, went over to the Bruce Company, Dane County's premier retailer of outdoor furniture. We went out to the store out in Middleton. We picked out some Adirondack chairs that we're excited to order, and they're going to add a great piece to our deck. It got us excited about what's to come in the spring, summer, and fall, and not think about this nastiness that is there's another snowstorm coming our way. So take advantage of the time now so your patio furniture is ready. Go see the experts over at the Bruce Company. Find high quality, long lasting. This isn't big box outdoor furniture. This is the good stuff. The Bruce Company, your outdoor living experts. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue, and we can prove it. Follow the show on Twitter at Jim and Matt.
What do I want? I like that one. It's not my mood. Oh, yeah. That's the one.
Leo from Abita Brewing Company is back on Ben's Beer Fridge once again, and he's going to get us in a mood for a little great Mardi Gras celebration. He gives us the scoop on the Mardi Gras Bock and all the great things you should pair with it.
Mardi Gras Bock is our first seasonal beer that we release every year. It's a traditional German Maibock beer, 6.5% alcohol. It's pretty malty. It's not an ale. So because it's such a sessionable, somewhat high gravity, 6.5% ABV beer, it also goes with any kind of food like that, whether it's traditional jambalaya, oysters, shrimp, but really kind of beef, hearty stuff like that will go with it well as well too. And well as too is like any kind of cheese, like whether it's Swiss, Gruyere, or anything like that.
Thanks again to Leo for sharing about the Mardi Gras Bock. And remember, Mardi Gras or not, the fridge is always stocked.
Jim Rutledge here to tell you about X Golf Madison, and the most important thing that you need to know is that X Golf Madison is for everyone. I golf there. Whether you're a seasoned pro, a new golfer, or in between like me, X Golf Madison is going to be fun for you. They have a full bar, excellent service, great food, and the most advanced and accurate golf simulators in the world. You can play one of their 50 courses available, take lessons from a PGA pro, hit the driving range, or even join a league. Stop by their East Madison or Middleton location today, or visit them online at xgolfwisconsin.com.
Help us close the book on 2022. We have some 2022 Audis still in stock and ready for delivery. You can also take advantage of 4.99% APR financing for up to 60 months on most 2022 models. Available on select models. See dealer for details and exclusions. $18.87 a month per $1,000 finance. No down payment required. Qualified buyers through Audi Financial Services. Offer ends February 28th. See your Audi brand specialist to set up your test drive today. If you're wanting to leave 2022 in the dust, check out our website to view the variety of 23 models arriving daily. The search for your Audi begins and ends at Zimrick Audi of Madison, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road.
3801 is your total.
Oh, I'll use my new Lake Ridge Bank card.
They say Lake Ridge Bank is a community bank. Does that really matter?
I think it matters where you bank. It means the money deposited in Lake Ridge Bank stays in our communities. You know that new business down the street? That was financed by Lake Ridge Bank. They even sponsor my kids' teams.
Oh, wow. So it really does matter. How do you know so much about Lake Ridge Bank?
Because I bank there. Visit us online at lakeridge.bank.
Member FDIC.
Enjoy a fun night out and support a great cause. The community around the Children's Hospital, known as Catch, is hosting a fundraiser at State Line Distillery, Wednesday, February 22nd from 5 to 10 p.m. Catch's mission is to make a difference in the lives of patients and families at the American Family Children's Hospital. Every dollar raised at the event will support a variety of supplemental programs and additional services at the hospital. Plus, State Line Distillery will donate $1 of each drink sold on Wednesdays through the end of March to Catch. Head to uwcatch.org to learn more.
Are you looking for a fast-paced job in a fun and exciting work environment? Look no further than Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. We offer a wide range of job and shift availability in both part-time and full-time positions. Competitive wages and great benefits await you at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Visit us in person or check out our website to see all of our job openings. Make work fun and apply for a job at Madison's only casino.
Stoughton Health provides comprehensive and compassionate care to Stoughton community and the entire Madison area. From our sports rehab facilities in Oregon and Stoughton to our renowned ortho team with Dr. Ravel, Stoughton Health can help. Learn more at stoughtonhealth.com.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by X Golf in Madison and Middleton.
This one goes out to the one I love. This one goes out to the one I've left behind.
You know what I love? X Golf. X Golf, don't forget about the X Cup National Tournament Series. 10 national tournaments running October through September with one national champion. Earn points by playing in 10 challenging tournaments with individual prizes to win each tournament. The winning prize for the current tournament is $3,000 cash. The overall winner wins a all-expense paid golf trip to Cabo. So go to X Golf in Madison or in Middleton to play today. This is Rutledge and Hamilton. He's Hamilton. I'm Rutledge. We're presented by Coors Light. Let's throw some stones.
The guys live in glass houses, but that's never stopped them before.
I think he's a bum. I think he's an absolute bum.
It's time to throw some stones.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
On Rutledge and Hamilton, brought to you by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
It is time to throw some stones right here on Rutledge and Hamilton. Quick edition before we get to Eric Name, our friend from The Athletic, coming up next after the big Bucks win last night. Fellas, it is National Wisconsin Day today.
It's National Wisconsin Day?
It is national.
Like the whole nation has to recognize us?
That's correct. Wow. February 15th is National Wisconsin Day.
The worst month of the year.
All right, so I want to try something. I want you guys to do a 3-round draft, snake draft, of Wisconsin things. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, so Jim, you're going to take the first pick. That means, Matt, you're going to go 2 in a row. Then you're going to go 2 in a row. Then you're going to have your final pick.
All right.
And then what? You're gonna pick who has the best draft?
Yeah, that's how we're gonna do this today.
Nice.
All right.
Let's
I'm gonna
do this.
go Miller Lite.
Miller Lite. Round
Wow.
one.
I'm going more inclusive, and I'm gonna say Leinekugels.
I
There
knew
you
that
go.
was coming.
Central Standard.
Oh, that's pretty good. I don't want to just keep pumping our.
Let me just do this quick. Iron Jock.
Okay, yeah.
Madison Extracts.
I know. I'm gonna take the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, good pick. That's a good pick.
Joe Thomas.
Oh wow! Coming up next on Scal Zone Brust.
Um,
Man, they have a great producer.
we're definitely not.
Yeah, I bet he had
here.
something to do
Let's
with that.
go. Let's go. Yeah, Iron Jock.
I'm gonna go JJ Watt.
Well, this is the fourth round, but it's fine. We'll do
All
a
right.
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. And then fifth pick
This is your fourth pick.
is my fourth pick. Madison in general.
Madison, Wisconsin. All right, so no brats, no cheese curds. We're just gonna go with our partners. Good job,
Oh
guys.
no, I went with other things.
All right, here's your 4-round wrap up. Jim went with Miller Lite, Central Standard, Joe Thomas, and JJ Watt.
Wow.
Matt
He didn't
Hamilton.
even have enough. There's not even a beer to include you. JJ Watt and got a Central Standard. Joe Thomas got a Miller Lite, and Jim's out holding nothing.
Jeez. And Matt went with Leinenkugel's, the Packers, Iron Jock, and Madison, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with cheese curds, brats, the lakes.
Bratz is German. Is that really Wisconsin? That's from Germany.
Dude, like there's
Yeah,
800 sausage companies in this state.
There are a
It's
lot.
the sausage special over here, if you will.
You know what happens in Madison? Bratfest.
Bratfest.
My favorite time, as you guys remember a year ago.
All right, so who won? Who
You
had the
guys
best
are
draft?
idiots. You guys are idiots. Neither of you win. That was awful. I love everything you said. It's just like you could have done a little bit better.
Could we, though?
Joe Thomas is a 3rd-round pick.
Could we?
Tyler Harrow. All right, Marquette, Xavier tonight. Big East championship game. Are you watching, Jimmy?
I don't know for sure, but I definitely am far more likely to enjoy that than anything
I
the Badgers
totally-
been putting
I-
out
well-
as a basketball team.
I cheer for the Badgers, so like I can't say I'll enjoy it more because I enjoy anything they do.
Here's the problem I have, and this is honestly probably at the core of my issues with the Badger basketball team. I'm starting to like Marquette more. Shaka Smart. They play an enjoyable style of basketball.
They do.
You gonna jump off the bandwagon
I
again?
can't. I'm not going to jump off Badgers because I'm a Badger fan. That hurt last year. But the problem is,
No, it didn't.
I might join the Shaka Smart bandwagon. Oh, that you're right. No, I didn't miss it last year. He sucks. So no, I did not. That was an unenjoyable display of me play from him. So no.
Matt, do you have cable?
No,
So you will not be watching this game.
and I wouldn't anyway.
Okay.
Neither of those teams are green and gold. Whatever the Bucks are, green and gold as well, kind of, right?
What?
Well, they say they have that song.
Green
Milwaukee
and
Bucks,
green and growing.
oh, I thought it was golden. My bad. Wow.
This guy's got gold on the brain.
Gold on the brain. But no,
That's not
I
a
don't
pick,
pay
folks.
attention to Marquette or some of the other like UW Green Bay, don't care. Badgers, Packers, Brewers, Bucks.
All right, quickly, last one for you, and I want you guys to ask Eric Name this. I'm requesting you ask him a question.
All right.
Bucks beat the Celtics last night in overtime.
Yep.
The Celtics were missing their top 3 players.
Yep.
Bucks could barely beat them at full strength.
Mhm.
Is that a concerning win?
So 2 things. 1, no. And then love the Bucks. Sometimes can't stand Bucks Twitter. The amount of Bucks fans getting all worked up because ESPN pointed out that the Celtics almost won with their backups was embarrassing. Like, let's just be better, Bucks fans. We have a title. Let's just not get triggered over national media pointing out an interesting storyline. So that's my 2 requests. No reason for concern. 2, we're better than being triggered by a headline from ESPN.
I'd like you to ask Eric Name about that still. Go ahead, Matt.
I'm also not concerned. It's regular season. Like the Celtics are a good basketball team, but they obviously are going to play a different style when they have their power 3 on the court. It was obviously not something that our team wasn't ready for, but you know, we still got the job done. So I'm not concerned with it, and we got the dub, and now we're a lot closer to the top of the table.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Miss any of the show? Find full show podcasts free on Wisconsin On Demand and wherever you get your podcasts.
Jim Rutledge here to tell you about X Golf Madison, and the most important thing that you need to know is that X Golf Madison is for everyone. I golf there. Whether you're a seasoned pro, a new golfer, or in between like me, X Golf Madison is going to be fun for you. They have a full bar, excellent service, great food, and the most advanced and accurate golf simulators in the world. You can play one of their 50 courses available, take lessons from a PGA pro, hit the driving range, or even join a league. Stop by their East Madison or Middleton location today, or visit them online at xgolfwisconsin.com.
Tax season is here, and Metro Ford of Madison has 102 new vehicles available for you to invest your return in. And we are matching your down payment up to $500. Get 0% APR financing for 36 months on the 22 Ford Edge. $27.77 per 1,000 borrowed at Metro Ford of Madison.
Legacy Exteriors. Just pick up the phone and let us leave a legacy on your home. Roofing, windows, gutters, siding, and decks. Can Legacy do it? You bet. Better prices, better warranties. Legacy always makes it easy. Go to legacy-exteriors.com. Legacy Exteriors. Just pick up the phone. Let us leave a legacy on your home.
Hey, Wisconsin. It's Jonathan Taylor, pro running back and UW Credit Union member. Now that I'm always on the road, I need mobile banking that can keep up. That's why I use the UW Credit Union app. It lets me pay bills, send money to friends, and check my credit score. Whether I'm in Indianapolis or Ixonia, Jersey or Janesville, Miami or Milwaukee, get mobile banking that gets you with UW Credit Union. Join today at uwcu.org.
Federally insured by NCUA.
North and South Seafood and Smokehouse is the official barbecue and seafood and smokehouse of Rutledge and Hamilton. Make sure to listen every Wednesday for your chance to win a $50 gift card to North and South Seafood and Smokehouse in Madison, Verona, and DeForest. North and South Seafood and Smokehouse.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Stoughton Health provides comprehensive and compassionate care to Stoughton community and the entire Madison area. From our sports rehab facilities in Oregon and Stoughton to our renowned ortho team with Dr. Ravel, Stoughton Health can help. Learn more at stoughtonhealth.com.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it!
Locked in on the Bucks.
No, never in a million years.
Bringing the insight and the analysis.
I do hate charge calls.
2022 Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Eric Name of The Athletic, is on Rutledge and Hamilton.
Eric Name does join the show from The Athletic. We're not going to cut him off like he was apparently cut off last night on Freddie and Fitzsimmons.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah.
We want as much Eric Name as we can possibly get here. Jim Rutledge alongside Matt Hamilton.
Hello.
Presented by Coors Light. And Eric, I'm asking this question. I'm going to lead with this because I don't want to be viewed as some sort of idiot, but is last night's win concerning because the Celtics had a short staff, or is that just, a shorter bench and a shorter team with some of their stars out, or is that just how the ball bounces sometimes?
No, I don't think it's a real concern. I think this happens a lot in the NBA. Like if you watch enough NBA games and you just see this around the league, I know people are not gonna enjoy hearing this, but this happens. when you have a scouting report for pick some player, Mike Muscala, Sam Hauser, whoever it might be, and then they turn into the second or third option as opposed to the sixth or seventh option, they play much different. And guys like that in those situations are going to play in a role with a lot more confidence. They're going to take a lot more shots. They're not going to fear taking a bad shot, even if they take some. And those are going to go in. Like there's been years where like the Thanasis Antetokounmpo-led Bucks team have gone down to the wire with the Denver Nuggets or whoever else. Like this is a thing that happens in the league. So I don't think it's concerning. The only thing that really matters is that the Bucks got to win at the end of it. And now they're a half game back of the Celtics. And even maybe more importantly than that, they took one of two thus far with the Bucks and the Celtics, and that sets up the ultimate like tiebreaker game on March 30th in Milwaukee. So that's the second ever back-to-back for the Bucks. So not totally ideal, but still, they didn't give up the tiebreaker. They can still win that with the Celtics, and that might end up being really big because I think these two teams are going to be at the very top of the Eastern Conference standings when it's all said and done.
Eric, I literally just said that they were not necessarily planning for these guys, and the plan that you had is out the window when you have like the third stringers and second stringers come in because they play with no fear, just like you said. So I'm curious on how you feel that the Bucks like stack right now. Like obviously that was a good game against the Celtics. It was nice to get the win. Holiday went off 40 points, I think. But it's been a while since me and you've talked. How are they gelling now that they got this big three, a little bit more time together? You feeling more confident in the Bucks, less confident in the Bucks?
I mean, so I think the idea has always been once the big three gets back, everything's going to be back to normal and everything's going to be fine. And they've now won 11 straight games since Chris Middleton has come back.
Right.
And I was joking with Drew Holiday. Like, I don't want to say like, Chris is the reason, but I don't think it's necessarily a coincidence that he comes back and they win a bunch of games. And obviously schedule's got to fall a certain way and you got to get some breaks, but still they've won a bunch of games since Chris Middleton has been back. And I think this is kind of them reminding everyone just how good they are and just how good they can be going forward. And they're really not even all the way there yet. Like last night, Chris Middleton plays 25 minutes. They were hoping that they could get him like the final minutes of the game. And then they go to overtime. And instead of Middleton, you got to figure out, okay, is it Joe Ingles? Is it Pat Connaughton? How are we going to try to get through this? Should Javon Carter play? And we were talking to Chris Middleton after the game, and he's like, oh, yeah, by the way, Bobby's still out. And I'm not all the way back yet. And we're still trying to figure out how Joe works. And, oh, we just traded for Jay Crowder. And we're going to have to add him in there as well. And I just thought last night was kind of like an example of them still figuring some things out. I think if you get 32 minutes of Chris Middleton as opposed to 25 minutes, maybe that one's over a lot earlier. If you get some more of those guys that you've brought in, then you don't have to worry about it being as close of a game. But it was, and they found a way to win, and that speaks to just how good Drew and Giannis can be. But overall, I think this is largely the Bucks starting to show what they can be, what everyone thought they would be. And we'll see if it keeps growing. But that's kind of the thought, is that they're just getting started in that process of getting rebuilt again into being what they think they can be.
Talking with Eric Name from The Athletic, with the wait's finally over, the Bucks got Jay Crowder, but now he's not going to play for until after the All-Star break. But tell everyone, I guess, in theory, because we don't know, Jay hasn't played in a while, what Jay Crowder brings to the Milwaukee Bucks.
I think the greatest compliment I can give a player in the NBA is a word that I can't say on radio. Like if you're an MFer, that I can't give you a greater compliment. And Jay Crowder is an MFer. That dude is just tough as nails. Nobody wants to play against him. Nobody wants to get defended by him. Nobody wants to battle with him for 35 minutes every single night. That's just not what you want to do. And to me, that's the big thing, right? And I don't know if he's going to be as in your face about it as PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker's like just like a different dude in that regard, but he is going to bring some of that. Talking with some people around the team, like they were kind of saying, like it's nice to have like the catfish in there mix everyone up, to stir it all up, to get everyone, back to feeling like, oh yeah, like this is how we're supposed to compete. Because I think at the start of the year, the only like real addition was Joe Ingles, and Ingles did that for a while. And now I think everyone's used to Joe's stuff, like what Joe does, who he's going to pick at, who he's going to make fun of, who he's going to talk junk to, like all of that. So they got another dude that'll do that. And now Jay Crowder will do that for the final 20 games and get them ready for the playoffs. And as him as a player is also important. Like he's 6'6", he's physical, he's strong, he can guard 4s, 3s, maybe not 2s anymore because he's getting a little bit older. But he can do some of that switching that you saw the Bucks do last night against the Celtics. He can guard up the ladder. He's tough. He's a streaky shooter. He's not like a knockdown 40% 3-point shooter, but he is a guy that can get hot and is a streaky shooter. So there's certainly games, and the Bucks know this from experience in the finals. I think he had a game where he was 6 of 7 from the 3-point line. That's something that he could do for the Bucks as well. So overall, it's just another really tough, hard-nosed, defensive-minded player that helps them get bigger. And, as we've talked about on this show before, as I've talked about Jay Crowder for 5 months now, this is just a dude that you get on your team to help when the Celtics actually have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. When those two dudes are out there, you need big, strong wings to throw at them. And Jay Crowder was among the very best of those on the market.
So I was out in Denver when the whole trade got made. And first I see the trade that Crowder went to the Nets and was like, we were hoping to get him. And then like hours later, a day later, we got Crowder to the Bucks. And I've got a teammate in Colin Huffman. He's a big, tall guy. He was a big basketball fan. And I was reading the tweet. What was it? 5 second rounders?
Yeah.
In totality. He said so first of all, I kind of only understand like NFL trades.
Right.
Did we get fleeced? Is 5 second rounders like a massive, massive price to pay? Obviously time will tell with how he plays for the Bucks, but like initial thought is I was a little shocked because 5 second rounders in the NFL is crazy.
Yeah, it's not really like that in the NBA. I think it's something like 10 of the last 90 second round picks and that's like 3 drafts worth, have turned into guys that are rotation players. So you're looking at like an extremely low hit rate on second rounders and how they might be impacted. And kind of what we've seen over the years is teams are a lot more willing to trade their first round picks. This is something that started with, ironically enough, the Bucks trading for Drew Holiday. They traded pretty much all of their future first round picks to get Drew Holiday into Milwaukee, and it worked. They won a ring, and now the whole league was like, all right, we're going to do that. So teams only want to give up their first round picks if it's for something big and something like spectacular, like Drew Holiday, like Kevin Durant, a player like that. So what they've now started to do is if it's a smaller addition, they try to get as many second round picks as possible and then trade them to teams that might want to use them or might use them similarly in the coming years to trade for another person like that. So it's just a very tradable asset that maybe doesn't have a whole lot of value. So around the trade deadline, it ends up just being something that's more valuable than it might actually be, and kind of a good way for teams to feel better about themselves for giving up on like a player that might not fit with them anymore, or like a veteran that they don't want to totally have because it will make them a little bit better and they'd prefer to get their draft stock up a little bit in the final 25 games.
All right. Well, who won? Who won the trade? There's always a winner and loser.
I mean, I think the Bucks did. The Bucks were looking for someone. They didn't give up any of their rotation guys. Like when we first started talking about Jay Crowder in October, we were talking about Grayson Allen going in that deal. We were talking about at one point or another Marjon Beauchamp being a part of that. We were talking about a first round pick being a part of that. In the end, they don't give up a first rounder, they don't give up Marjon, and they don't even give up Grayson Allen. So with those second-round picks, they managed to get the guy that they wanted. They give themselves another option, and now they have legitimately probably about 10 players on the roster, the bottom 3 of which they can mix and match against different teams depending on the matchup, and have different guys at different heights and different talents and different skill sets, and really set themselves up to be pretty malleable depending on which way they need to go in the playoffs in different rounds.
And Eric, I want to have a question here. We had this around the office, and so I'll throw it out to you. It's National Wisconsin Day, and I don't know who the best player. Maybe I'm missing someone in the NBA from the state of Wisconsin is. I don't know if it's Tyrese Halliburton. I don't know if it's Jordan Poole. I don't know if it's Tyler Hero. All different cases. I mean, Poole's got a ring, and Halliburton's a pretty key player, and obviously Hero scores lots of buckets. What's your thought on that?
Wow, I think it's probably Halliburton. Like we're looking at a guy all-star, and that just isn't a level that, while Hero's had some moments in the finals and stuff like that, he hasn't reached. And obviously Poole had some moments as well and does have the ring, but I don't know if he's gotten quite as high up in the pecking order as Tyrese Halliburton for the Pacers. So I think that's probably where I would go. But it's honestly interesting that we're at a spot where there's even more dudes in the league than that, right? Like you could throw in Kevon Looney, you could throw in Patrick Baldwin Jr. Like this is kind of cool. Just like it's not typical for the state of Wisconsin to have that many dudes in the league. It would be great if anyone in state could actually recruit them. That'd be awesome. Like whether that would be UW, Marquette, heck, even UWM. Whoever, if someone in state could actually recruit him, that would be awesome. But that hasn't been happening, so we'll see. Maybe it will, but it's cool to see Wisconsin kind of turn into a little bit of a hotbed here for basketball.
No love for Johnny Davis. I mean,
get out of here. Kevon Looney's in front of Johnny Davis.
No love for Johnny Davis. No.
Baldwin might be in front of Johnny Davis at this point. You were telling me that Wisconsin might have a hard time bringing NBA caliber players to the university when they went 11 minutes without scoring a field goal, yet still won last night. I mean, what a sweet game that was.
I mean, on the bright side, there's lots of opportunity, right? Like if you want to get some shots up, you want to, revamp the offense. If you bring that level of talent in and skill, you just might be the guy that helps Wisconsin score their first basket in 11 minutes.
I've seen Jim top a drive, then top a second shot onto the green, and then 2-putt for par before. There's no pictures on the final scorecard. A dub's a dub there, Jimmy. Mr. Pro Golf Hall of Famer
Nobody has to watch me golf, though. It's the problem.
What are you talking about? You made the Hall of Fame in Canada.
That is true.
Congrats on that, by the way.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, big honors.
So, Eric, we got obviously a game against the Bulls here in a couple days, tomorrow. But then you've got a nice break. Right? What are you going to do with your time? Like, what restaurants are you hitting up?
Sure.
Are you going to stay in Milwaukee? Are you going to bounce around? Are you going to come visit me and have me cook for
the
you?
All-Star game, maybe?
No. So, I do try my best not to go to the All-Star game. That's always – the access just isn't very good. There's so many people in the city, and it never ends up being worth it. So, I'm not going to the All-Star game. I'm not going to work. 2, I have a friend in Mexico City. I was thinking about going to Mexico City for a couple days, and then I thought about packing a bag and traveling, and I was like, that just sounds like work. I don't want to do that. I just got off a long road trip out in California, which was lovely. Had a great time there, but in my head, I was like, no, I can't do it. I can't book another trip. So my plan is to sit on my couch and do absolutely nothing for probably 4 days. Just absolutely nothing. I don't know. Do you do video games? Has anyone got like a video game I should play? I don't know. I need to find something to like.
I got you.
You're not a 2K guy? Connect with the players for I'm sure it's a big game for the players.
Oh no, I do play some 2K, but I just don't know how deep. Like 4 days, I guess I could probably get a season or 2 in. So I don't know. I have lots of options, but as long as I can stay on my couch, that's what I'm worried about.
If you feel like you do need a mini trip, come to Madison.
Yeah.
Well, I'll make sure you have a good time. I'll cook for you.
Okay.
Better than most of the food you're getting out on the road.
You can see Matt's gold medal, right? Yeah.
There's all sorts of fun things we can do.
Right. Sounds good.
So humble.
I mean.
Hey, Aaron Rodgers and Matt Hamilton, the two most humble human beings I know.
Eric, what's your Rodgers take?
Yeah.
What's my Rodgers take?
Yeah, what's your Rodgers take?
Wow. It's a large, all-encompassing question. He's a ridiculous human. I used to think I really would have loved to cover him, and now I don't think that's the case. Like, I don't think I could watch McAfee every week and like need to like write about it and do all of that. So, I mean, I don't think he's going to play for the Packers next year. I think he's going to go somewhere else. I do think, I mean, maybe I should book 4 days in a dark hole. Like, maybe that's what I should do with my All-Star break.
Kind of sounds like that's what
It's
you're
4
doing.
nights of complete darkness.
Right. So maybe that works for me. I don't know. Like, it seems like maybe it's a good reset. I truly don't know. So, yeah, he's a weird dude. Just a weird dude.
Yeah, it's called solitary confinement in prison, what they do to punish prisoners. But hey, I would recommend have a screen on.
But do you know why they're doing that?
Because they got in trouble.
Because they want them to
they
think about
shake
their
someone.
actions.
They
They
shake
want
someone.
them to be introspective about what they
Reflection,
did.
Yeah. Yes, because prison's totally about reform. All right, this is Eric. Thanks so much for hopping on. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue, and we can prove it. Follow the show on Twitter at Jim and Matt. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
This Badger Minute powered by Everlight Solar. Simplify your life, save money, and clean up the environment. Learn more at everlightsolar.com. Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. The Wisconsin men's basketball team just one game under 500 in Big Ten play after a big win over Michigan at the Kohl Center on Tuesday night. Golf legend and Badger superfan Andy North appeared on Wilde and Tausch Wednesday and was impressed with the win.
I think they played unbelievably hard. They only turned the ball over 5 times. They had a season-high 15 offensive rebounds, and they just out-hustled and found a way to get a win against a team that might have been more talented.
The Badgers continue their homestand on Saturday as they welcome Rutgers to the Kohl Center. It's an 11 o'clock tip Saturday morning.
Lock in your prices at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin by February 28th and get 0% interest for up to 48 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Jim Rutledge here from Rutledge and Hamilton, weekdays 2 to 4 on ESPN Madison. Listen to Matt and I every Thursday at 2:45 for your chance to win some booze. And continue to listen for your chance to win the grand prize of throwing back a drink with the Rutledge and Hamilton crew. This month, we're giving away Simply Spiked Lemonade, a new line of bold, full-flavored spiked lemonades crafted from the lemonade experts at Simply. Listen every Thursday for your chance to win.
Simply Spiked Lemonade, a new line of bold, full-flavored spiked lemonades crafted from the lemonade experts at Simply. Made with 5% real fruit juice that's been squeezed and concentrated, plus a little fizz. These beverages are bursting with sweet and tart lemonade flavor. Choose from 4 delicious flavors, including strawberry, blueberry, watermelon, and signature lemonade. Try some Simply Spiked Lemonade, a deliciously refreshing and full-flavored lemonade with 5% alcohol and real fruit juice.
Where will your new Chevy take you this year? Anywhere. It's the perfect time of year to take your next adventure off-road in a powerful Chevy Silverado. Round up the whole gang for some family fun in a Chevy Equinox. Hey kids, let's go. Or take your night on the town by storm in a stylish Chevy Blazer. Make more memories and take on the road ahead. Wherever it leads you. Find new experiences, find new roads. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde for Associated Bank. The Brewers are coming home to American Family Field on Monday, April 3rd for a new season and new bragging rights. Want to make sure you have tickets for it? All you have to do is open an Associated Bank Brewers checking account by February 28th, and you'll score 2 opening day tickets for free. Supplies are limited, so act fast. I made the switch to Associated Bank, and you should too. Visit AssociatedBank.com/Brewers for more.
The Brewers opening day ticket bonus is limited to an individual opening a new personal checking account through February 28th, 2023. Minimum deposit required to receive a bonus is $25 for Associated Access checking or $100 for Associated Balance checking or Associated Choice checking. Please see a personal banker or visit associatedbank.com/brewers for complete offer details. The Milwaukee Brewers are not a participant or sponsor of this promotion. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors.
I need your love. You got me burning up. I think I'll call you Mrs. Valentine.
Condon Jewelers is the jeweler on the east side and the jeweler on your side. Diamond Jim, the owner of the store, always in the store, ready to help you find what's best for you, whether you're looking to take the next step in your relationship, whether you're looking to treat yourself. The right place to do it at is the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. That is Condon Jewelers on East Washington Avenue near the East Town Mall. Go say hi to Diamond Jim. Tell him Alex sent you.
Alex Strofe. This is Rutledge and Hamilton. He's Hamilton. I'm Rutledge.
Alex, happy Valentine's Day. What are you doing tonight, bud?
So Taylor's feeling a little under the weather. So I think I'm going to make food. I haven't decided quite yet. We were going to go out. I had it all figured out.
You made a reservation?
No, I don't need to on the 15th. It's the beauty of the 15th.
You, Alex Romantic Stroke.
Yeah. That's what they call me.
Can we, is there a, I mean, does she have like a comfort food?
No, I don't know. We love food. I don't know that. Several of them, yeah.
So like, what's like something that like, I don't know what she's feeling.
I don't know what the sickness is, I guess. It depends on the sickness, right? Because if you're having if you have like a headache.
Well,
then,
I get it. Yeah. Obviously. If
But a
it's like-
bellyache.
But a bellyache, I'm going to make a soup or something. Yeah.
yeah, but I'm
Soup
saying
and
like,
salmon.
I don't know, you know Matt Hamilton in the kitchen, I would imagine.
I'm actually not a bad cook. I'm definitely not Matt Hamilton.
Oh, well,
no.
I didn't say you were bad. I said you're not Matt Hamilton.
But I'm a decent cook. I'm learning. Getting better.
I was just
every
saying,
day.
like, if she had a favorite spot that had a good soup, you could bring it home.
I just made a pasta sauce. I learned how to make good pasta sauce the other week.
There you
the other day. Matt, you're gonna laugh at me for how simple it is. Marinara cream cheese.
It's not making a pasta sauce. That's mixing two ingredients. Marinara is already like a sauce. I thought you were going to be like, I roasted the tomatoes and then skinned them and put basil and salt and pepper in it. It's like, no, that's not making a pasta sauce, Alex. You opened a bottle of Prego and mixed it with some cream cheese.
My 9-year-old could make that sauce. I think she has. She helps my wife in the kitchen.
Nailed it, dude. I mean, I'm not going to say it's bad. It sounds good,
Yeah,
but
it is good.
So this is Rutledge and Hamilton.
Making sauce.
Presented by Coors Light. Good God, Matt Hamilton. No wonder you're called, or not
Yeah.
Matt Hamilton, Alex Strofe. No wonder you're called Beat Sauce.
This is us making radio.
Don't accept